Hi everyone, it's been a while since my last video, and I'm excited to be back, this time with one of the most trending and transformative technologies out there, none other than generative AI. And what better way to kick things off than by diving into how generative AI can revolutionize software development. In today's video, I will demonstrate how to generate a .NET application using GitHub Copilot. I'll start by showcasing its capabilities in action and then walk you through the key areas where generative AI can be applied across the software development lifecycle and also how it can be leveraged in day-to-day tasks in my future videos. Let's get started. I'm going to create a complete .NET application using GitHub Copilot without writing a single line of code myself. Just to set the context, I haven't worked with a .NET C# on ReactJS code bases in the past 12 to 13 years. So I have no hands-on experience with how these technologies work together. My experience was like ASP.NET, C#, the combination of those aspects. Yet, with the power of generative AI, I'll be building the front-end APIs and database all without prior knowledge. Let us see how far AI can take us. Just for your information, I have installed Visual Studio Code, which requires no license, and Git Copilot is a licensed version, uh, as the free version or the trial version comes with the limitations, and it cannot generate thousands of lines of code every day. I had to take this license. At the same time, I have installed Node.js. I also created Azure SQL database on the cloud. So I'm not going to create any tables, procedures, and all that stuff. I'm going to leave it to Git Copilot to generate that. I only created empty database and I created one empty folder. That's where I'm starting my journey with the Git Copilot. So what I'm going to build is asset management. So I will use prompt engineering or prompts to just execute certain things from the Git Copilot. So first of all, I'm going to create a new workspace. This is the icon of the Git Copilot. You can also see at the top corner, open chart. When you open a chart, it will show you the thing here. But before I start, I want to create a workspace. So just click on new workspace with Copilot. It just gave you #new. I'm going to run it. I'm not even typing here for the workspace creation. So it is asking us to select an empty folder. I'm going to do that. All projects. Maybe I'll take asset management workspace. This is what I said. I created one empty folder. There's nothing there. So just simply selected the folder. It's running. It's asking, will resume setting of workspace? Yes, I need that. Continue setup. So it is asking type of project you want to create, for example, web app, API, Python, and all that stuff. But however, I'm going to directly write my command. Let me just type build. It's not a command, I'm sorry, it's a prompt. It's just natural language. Build an application. Just help us. So I just typed build an application for asset management with C# .NET Web APIs, SQL Server database, and pure ReactJS. End users will add, edit, and delete the assets in the application. So I'm just taking a simple requirement. Probably you can give it a try with bigger requirements as well. Uh, so here under this, you can also select the different generative AI tools. Currently, GPT 4.1 is selected, but I'm just going with the Claude. So not maybe yeah 4 or 3.75, 7 or 3.5 is okay. I selected Claude. You also have other options, Gemini and GPT. So let's go ahead with Claude. Okay, just type. So it started the process, but there is a human intervention required. In between, it will be keep on asking you whether to continue or to what the action is needed. So I just simply said continue, and the terminal was already opened. I didn't open. If you don't know how to open the terminal, just go to run. Sorry, go. Yeah, here it is, terminal. I'm simply pressing continue. As it's been long, and as I mentioned, like as a layman, you can also give it a try, though you don't have code experience. That's what I'm also trying to do now. There are a lot of messages coming here. I'm not even reading any of them, simply clicking on continue. So it is finding some errors, challenges, then it is itself, it is changing. For example, if you see capital letters are not allowed, then it is creating, it is changing that to the small letters and continue with that. So after a couple of minutes, it just ran and then almost APIs are created. And then it is asking for add entity framework co-packages for SQL Server integration. Of course, let it do. So you can see after I just clicked continue, I started creating all the DB context, APIs, and so on. So it takes a few minutes. I'll just pause it and resume this video just to save the video time. So by itself, the build also started and build succeeded. There's nothing I did except 4 or 5 times I clicked on continue button, and finally it landed here. It's asking the migration was created successfully. Now let me update the database. Okay, go on. For your information, the connection string is not yet updated. It created, probably it might have created some local database string or something, but let it go on. I'll update the Azure SQL database string later. So it also created the database and updated the database as per this command, per this statement. That's okay. Let's wait and see. Now it is asking for build the API project to check for any compilation errors. By the way, if there are any errors, that also will be fixed by Copilot. So all what I'm doing is just clicking on the continue button. So it took few minutes to complete the whole setup. I now need to check whether that will really work. Let me just try out .NET Run. So while it is doing something, you can see the APIs are created, the front-end application is also created, the project files, everything. There is a lot here. In fact, you can find out your connection string in one of the JSON files, app settings. So you can find your database connection string. So you can change it to the database where you are going to deploy it to. So again, that continue clicking process started. So just consider it as a local DB. Let me continue without changing my database connection string. As I already mentioned, all I did is just clicking on a continue button. There's nothing else that I really added a command or ran a command. So after completion of all the process, I didn't even do a single thing. It just ran itself and it opened the browser with the page of localhost 3000. In fact, there are some errors. It's just trying out something here. You may all ask me, like, you have not generated a single line of code. What will happen if there are some bugs within your code? I'm not even fixing those bugs. I'm asking, you can ask Git Copilot to fix those errors, warnings, and it's healing everything by itself. You see, you already saw there was an error page. By itself, it just solved those errors, and then it finally created a page for me. It ran. There's nothing. It's like magic. Everything is created by it. I can add a new asset, and there's a form. Not even created a database. The database is created by itself. Right now, it is a local DB. I assume that it may ask me a database to feed to, but that was also not happen. Everything A to Z is created by the Git Copilot. The only thing I did is like just clicking on continue button. In in case I didn't encounter any errors, but if there are errors, you can just simply type the prompt here, fix errors. That's all. It will all do the job. This is really amazing, including your database, APIs. Usually, when a developer starts, they may ignore the part of that APIs, but it's beautifully designed by considering the component designs and everything. This is true miracle. I'll keep continue the similar kind of magics in the various aspects. Thank you for your time.